Listen, just listen to the guy right behind him. There's something seriously wrong with his car, huh? Listen to that. Huh. Look at these guys driving up on the walkway, on the pavement. Oh, you gotta love Brazil, yeah? They don't care. They just don't care. Anything goes here, yeah? Huh. Oh man, look at this guy on the right here. Oh, that's classic. I'm just gonna go. There's another guy to come in. Can we make it here? Oh. This is actually a freeway. Yes, this is a freeway in Brazil. And it's a Sunday. It's not really rush hour, you know. If you drive this stretch any day from Monday to Friday, you will spend 2 to 3 hours every single day just gridlocked. This is a Sunday. This is a quiet day. Oh, how do people do it? Look at the people going the other way. My God, it's a Sunday. It's not even a working day. Every single day. Every single day. If you just knew how to build roads and get the job done. Hi guys, welcome back to the Brazilian expat. Sorry about that. I'm driving, as you might have noticed, and that is also the subject of today's video, driving in Brazil, and what you should know and what you should look out for. Now, driving in Brazil by itself is not really that difficult. I mean, it's like anywhere else in the world, you know. You just follow the traffic rules, the rules of the road, and you should be fine, right? Well, The problem is driving in Brazil, there are certain factors, certain conditions that are just out of our control. And one of those are the conditions of the road, which are absolutely horrendous. It's got to be the worst roads, you know, anywhere around the world. You know, here in Brazil, you won't find, you know, worse roads than here in Brazil. I guarantee it. Like this could be on the Discovery Channel or National Geographic Channel, you know, the world's deadliest roads, you know, everywhere in Brazil. Because the roads here are just absolutely, pardon my French. The other factor that is sort of out of our control, oh, here's another hole. The other factor that is out of our control are crazy Brazilian drivers. Crazy Brazilian drivers. I don't know what it is, because here in Brazil, I find most Brazilians, you know, to have a high tolerance of patience. Seriously. If you go to a bank, if you go to the supermarket, you know, if you go anywhere, you know, they will stand in line for hours and they won't complain about it. It's like, this is, you know, my daily routine. I'll stand here and I'll get there when I get there, you know. It's like, it's really strange. I'm not like that. For me, I like efficiency. I like things, you know, when I'm in the supermarket, you know, there could be 10 cashiers and there's only 2 that are actually, you know, serving the clients. And there is, you know, 100-meter line, and it's like, geez, why can't you open up some other cashiers? But nobody's complaining. Everybody's standing in line, no problem, you know, total patience, total zen. But as soon as the Brazilian steps into a car, as soon as they step into a car, it's like the devil wakes up, you know. It's like they're crazy. They need to get there as quick as possible, and by all means, you know. And they will overtake in curves, they will overtake over crests, you know. They will just, they don't care, you know. They will just go, they will just overtake. And they will drive stupidly fast, and, you know, if there's a big hole in the road, doesn't matter, you know. That's what I think is so amazing, because some of these holes, that would just shred your tires to bits, you know. And here in Brazil, it's common to go through a set of tires every single year, you know, on asphalt, dry asphalt, just because the conditions of the road are so horrendous, that it just eats up your tires. It's not only your tires, it's also your suspension, and it just shakes up all your electronics, you know. Everything just stops working in your car, and it's all because of, you know, just poor roads. It's just incredible. Oh, here's a big crater. I don't even call them holes here. I call them craters, you know, because some of these holes, or some of these craters, they're so big you could actually drive into them, you know. You could fit your car into them. So what do you need to know the first time you come to Brazil, or if you're here on holiday, you want to rent a car, you want to explore the country by yourself? Okay, first of all, don't worry, you know. It's, if you take your precautions and you just relax, you'll probably be totally fine, you know. But there are certain things that you need to keep in mind. Now, in the cities, in the bigger cities, usually the roads are more maintained. Down in the south in Brazil also, I find that the economy is somewhat better and the roads are somewhat better maintained than up here in the northeast where I'm located. So in the cities, usually you will have better conditions, you know, on the roads, and they also, you have all the street lights that are well lit at night, so it's really not a problem. The problem is when you go outside the cities, you know, when you really travel between cities and you're out in the rural areas. That's when you will really find the poor maintained roads, and here you really need to pay attention. Okay, the speed limit could be 80, but then suddenly, you know, I'm talking about even about, you know, highways, freeways here that will have big craters like smack in the middle of nowhere. So the problem, the danger is that you will be put off guard, you know. You will be driving along, the roads will be fine, and then suddenly you come to a stretch where there's a big hole in the road. Now, I'm going to show you something here. All right, just have a look. You can see the conditions of the road right now. And you see, like right there, there's like a pothole. The road is just crap. And I don't know if you can see it on the video, but like you kind of see the asphalt. It's just like patchwork. I mean, when they do repairs here, it's just like, look at these cars here up ahead. They have to stop here now because it's probably full of holes, the road. Let's have a look when we get closer here. Yeah, that's what I thought. You can see all this patchwork here, yeah? So the way that they repair the roads, they don't like really, you know, recoat the road with new asphalt, you know? They just like dig out a square piece around the hole and just fill it up with asphalt again, you know, and just pat it with a shovel, and that's your fix. And of course, it just makes a road so much like really rough, you know. It's just bouncing everywhere, shaking up the car, just destroying everything, and it's just really annoying. And like the limit is 60 kilometers per hour here. We're currently doing 40 just because, you know, you can't really go any faster because there's so many holes in the road here. So, oh, stopping again. It's probably another hole. Yeah, look at this truck here. He's going all over the place. So you imagine driving here at night. There's no street lights, there's no reflectors in the roads, there's nothing. It's just pitch black. So you imagine coming here at night and you haven't, like, I drive this stretch, you know, almost every single day I drive this stretch of road. So for me, I basically almost know where the good parts are, where the bad parts are and everything. And yeah. Now, up ahead, which is really interesting also, up ahead, I don't know if you can see, there's a big large building. It's actually in a roundabout. It's smack in the middle of a roundabout. This is actually a police checkpoint. So, and the police are out, and I'm gonna see if they're actually gonna stop me. That will be interesting. That will make for a good YouTube video. Come on. Let's go. So are you gonna stop me? Nope, that don't feel like working today. That's good. Here we are now on the freeway. All right, so I gave you a little bit of taste of the road, the conditions of the roads here. And it's actually, some places it's much worse than this, you know. I don't know if they'll be doing some constructions now. I've seen on this stretch of road right here, so it's going to be interesting to see if they actually repaired this. If not, it would be cool to show you, because we're actually on the highway, and even on the highway you will have big like holes in the middle of the road. And like the speed limit here, 80-90 kilometers per hour, and you come here in the middle of the night, you know, there's no street lights, nothing, and it can be seriously dangerous. But what I was getting at, what I was talking about earlier, is of course, you know, driving in the cities and everything, it's you got more, you know, they're better maintained, and you also have all the street lights at night and everything. It's when you go outside the cities in the rural areas that it kind of becomes like really sketchy. So for you, as if it's your first time driving in Brazil, please do not drive at night, especially outside the cities. It's not worth it, because not only are the roads super dangerous, but you also have, like, it's pitch black, there's no illumination whatsoever, so it's pitch black. You have big craters in the roads. There are horses, donkeys, cattle, and the worst of all, and this is like really important, like people here, they go out riding their bicycles like smack in the middle of the road. They put on a black t-shirt, they put on a black pair of shorts and a black pair of sandals just to make it complete, you know. Yep, this is the highway and it's just crazy. They actually patched up this part, but like I said, they don't resurface the whole road. They just put, you know, they just fill the holes with a little bit of asphalt and then it's padded, you know, with a shovel, and that's it. That's your fix. It's stupid. It's crazy. But anyways, and you'll have these guys riding in the middle of the road, just pitch black, and you don't see them until they're like right in front of you. And if you're going, you know, 60, 80 kilometers per hour, you know, you'll be lucky if you don't hit them, you know. And of course, if you run down a pedestrian here, especially as a foreigner, good luck, you know. It's gonna cost you, and it's probably gonna be some jail time as well. So please take my advice, don't drive at night. It's not worth it, you know. It's not worth it. If you're going on a road trip and if you're lost and you need to find your way, if the sun is setting, you know, cancel the rest of your day and find a hotel and just wait until the next day to continue your trip, okay? And please just listen to me. This is very important. I was trying to find a smoother stretch of road before I continue my video here, but looks like it's not gonna happen. Anyways, another thing that you should also keep in mind when driving here, if you do rent a car and you want to go for a small trip, if you're gonna, you know, a lot of these rental companies, just hold on a sec here, I just gotta concentrate a little bit. Thing is, driving in Brazil, there's so much going on. You really need to be 100% focused all the time. You know, even for me, driving here, my 15 years here in Brazil, you know, it's still kind of nerve-wracking at times. You know, you cannot ever let off your guard when driving here. You just need to focus, keep your eyes on the road, because there's a million things going on at once, you know. You gotta watch out for potholes, you gotta watch out for cattle, you gotta watch out for crazy Brazilian drivers. You gotta watch out for everything, all right? Okay, what was I saying? Jeez, I'm going off track all the time. I do apologize. Yeah, I was talking about GPS. If you're gonna rent a car, and like when you rent a car, you can also rent a GPS. And this is obviously very, very helpful, yeah, to find your way around. This is another thing I want you to keep in mind when you rent a GPS here. Because of the maps of the different GPS systems, they're not always updated. You know, maybe all the roads will be there, but it's like, if you put in, I want the shortest road from A to B, okay? I want the fastest road. I want to get there as quickly as possible. This has happened to me many, many times, especially when I'm traveling with my wife to a city that I've never been to before, you know? I will punch in my destination and I will choose the fastest route. And this GPS, it will take me smack into the middle of like one of the most notorious favelas in the whole country, you know. They're like in the heart of the drug cartel country, you know. It's like there are people, you know, almost standing outside their houses, you know, just looking at you like, who is this guy? You know, with their hand on their hip, you know, ready to draw their gun. It's like, what is this guy doing in our neighborhood? You know, I've never seen this car before. And this has happened before with a few tourists in Rio de Janeiro. You know, they rent a car, they get a GPS, and they go out exploring. And the GPS will actually try and get a shortcut for them, and they will take them smack into the middle of this favela, you know. So be extremely cautious and look out, you know. If you're driving a car and you're following your GPS, if it looks like you're coming into a sketchy area, take a U-turn straight away, go back to the main road, and, you know, try a different route, because it can get ugly pretty fast. Look, about crime, I'm gonna do a different episode solely on crime in Brazil, because it's not as bad as people make it out to be, you know. There's a lot of rumors here, you know, as soon as you step out of the airport, you will get robbed or you will get kidnapped or something like that. That's, you know, it's a bunch of BS, trust me. This will not happen to you. Brazil is, you know, it's a relatively safe country if you take your precautions. 15 years here in Brazil. Nothing's ever happened to me. Never been robbed, never seen anything. All good, okay? So take it from me. Brazil is not as bad as people make it out to be. Sorry guys, I need to pay attention again. Oh, I should have had that on my camera. Now that crater there, I could absolutely fit my car into. Wow, this is insane. I'm just gonna pass these trucks here because this is crazy. Guys, I'm on the highway here, okay? I'm on the highway and I'm just trying to avoid traffic. At the same time, I'm trying to avoid these craters in the road. Okay, looks like we made that part. So anyways, don't listen to all the stories about crime. But anyways, like I said, here in Brazil, it's not that dangerous that people make it out to be. But if you go looking for trouble, if you go looking for trouble, you will find trouble, no problem at all here, okay? So just don't go looking for trouble. That said, if you get a GPS, don't let the GPS get you into trouble, because that's what's gonna happen many times if you don't pay attention, okay? So that is another tip for you guys. Don't trust the GPS, you know. If you look on your right here, there's actually a speed camera. There's a lot of those in Brazil as well. It's not so expensive to get a ticket, you know, but they do have the point system here as well. So you get enough points and you will lose your license for a while. Have a look at this. We're still on the freeway. Have a look at this, guys. Now this is what I'm talking about. You imagine coming here, Jesus, you imagine coming here at night, going 80, 90, 100 kilometers per hour, yeah? In the pitch black. And you run over this. You can imagine. You can imagine. Yeah, so when you're out driving as well, what you need to check out for is also that you, Jesus, this is, just hold on a sec. I'm trying to make a video here, but all right, yeah. What you need to check out for every time you get in your car, where you rent a car, or if you moved here and you bought your own car or whatever, the most important kit of your car is your spare tire, yeah? You know, I don't know how many times I've been stranded on the side of the road, you know, changing my tires, because like these potholes and everything here, they just shred your tires, yeah, when you run over them. So always keep your spare tire in mint condition. Always check the pressure, always check, you know, it's because another thing as well, when you're out here in the middle of nowhere, or especially in between cities, also your cellular, geez, my English is so bad, your phone reception, your cellular reception, your phone reception is really, really, really bad. Sometimes you don't even have a signal, you know, and you can imagine you have a flat tire. Maybe you already changed your tire, which is also happened to me once. I changed the tire and I went another 2 kilometers and I punctured my spare tire. And I was in the middle of nowhere with no phone reception. So I gambled and I actually drove really slow on my rims. So I just shredded my tire, but I actually made it because, well, actually I knew there was a gas station like 2 kilometers further down. So I was just going like really slow. And I had my other tire, and usually at the gas stations they will have like a shop where they can repair your tires. Usually, most of them, not all of them. But anyways, you get my point, how it is vitally important that you check your the conditions of your spare tire, yeah? See this guy here on this bicycle, you know, he's all dressed in black. Yeah, it's daytime, the sun's shining, I can see them all, it's no problem at all. But have a look around, there are no street lights, and look at these roads, look at these roads. It's just, it's killing my tires. Look at these roads. And you see these cars in front of us. Did you see how they just changed? So up here, it's just gonna be crazy. We're still on the freeway. This is a 4-lane freeway, a highway. And you come here in the middle of the night, 100 kilometers per hour. Oh. You just gotta pray to your higher powers that everything will be okay, yeah? It's crazy. So guys, did I scare you into not driving in Brazil? Well, I hope not, because it's really not a problem. Like I said, the roads are crap, you know, and everything. And you kind of get accustomed to it, you know, you kind of get used to it after a while. And especially when you're driving around, you know, when you actually move to Brazil, and you know, you will know the. I gotta show you. Look at that. Look at this. It's a highway. It's crazy. It's Brazil. Where in the world can you find worse road conditions than this? Seriously. It's Brazil. It's a rich country. They have the money to do this, you know, they have the money to repair this. It's hilarious and really sad at the same time, you know. Yeah, anyways, like I was saying, don't be afraid to drive here. It's absolutely, you know, it's fine. And like I said, after you move here, you know, you will know your local area, yeah. Everybody knows exactly where the holes are, you know, and they do patch it up, you know. It does get better. Like we are. Just hold on a second. I'm just gonna go past. Oh, wow. Multitasking. Wow, I'm gonna get back to you guys. This is getting sketchy. Okay, let's try again. Like I said, after you move to Brazil and you know, you get to know your local area quite good. Like I said, right now we are right at the beginning of the dry season, so we already passed the end of the wet season, you know. I think it was a month ago since we had like the last real proper rain. Up here in the northeast of Brazil, we have the rainy season starting from January, February, you know, depends from year to year, but this year we had a really good rainy season, and it started already at the end of December actually. and it rains quite a bit. You know, you have those torrential rains. It rains, you know, a lot, and it usually lasts until the end of May, and then into June it will kind of, you know, go over to transition into the dry season, and into July, August, where we are now, it will basically stop altogether, and we will not see a drop of rain until December. So what happens is, these guys that are constructing the roads, you know, I've seen them when they actually build new roads, and that's what makes me just so furious, or it just blows my mind, because they put on this much asphalt, they put on some gravel underneath and compact that, you know these big compactors, and then they put on like this much asphalt, and like after that, you know, you got all these heavy trucks passing over it, and then you come into the rainy season and it just destroys everything. Everything's a mess, you know. It's just, some of these roads are even impassable. That's how bad it gets, you know. And like now we're at the end of the like in the beginning of the dry season, so they haven't really gotten started into, they haven't really started yet, you know, starting to repair the roads, and some places they have started, but you know, it's like all of the roads are just basically destroyed, you know. So it will take months until they actually fix all of the roads. Yeah, and like I told you, like the fixing of the roads, you know, rarely do they strip off all the asphalt and put on new asphalt. Rarely do they do that. Usually they just cut out a rectangular hole, or a rectangular hole outside of the area of the hole in the road, and just fill it up with asphalt, and they'll pad it up with a shovel or something like that, you know, and that's their fix. And then you have some heavy trucks that will pass over it like 20-50 times, and the hole is back again. It's ridiculous. It really infuriates me, you know, because it's unnecessary, you know. They have the money, they have the money is here. It's just the corruption, you know. It's like it's just everybody, you know, the corruption goes on all levels, all the way up, you know, to the politicians and down to the, you know, the contractors. Everybody takes a piece of the cake, you know. So a stretch of road that will cost you $1 million to do perfectly, yeah, to fix up perfectly. This stretch of road, you know, the government, they pay out $1 million, and maybe 200,000 will actually go into building the road, because 800,000 disappeared into thin air somewhere. Yeah, that's how it works here in Brazil. It's crazy, you know. And forget about deadlines, you know. Every time they're talking about building new roads, they will be open in a couple of years, you know. There's a stretch of highway just outside where I live, you know, and they're actually, this was a 2-lane highway only, and they're gonna convert it to a 4-lane highway. This stretch of highway has been paid 5 times over, 5 times the amount they had to pay for it again. And it should be open before the World Cup in 2014. We are now in 2020, and it's about 70% complete. 70% complete. It's mind-blowing, you know. And yeah, it will always be like this. This is Brazil. This is part of our life, you know. I'm sorry to my Brazilian friends, I'm complaining about this, you know, but I love your country. I love Brazil. There are so many nice things about Brazil, but driving here is crap. It's dangerous, you know. But then again, it is what it is. Like I told you, I've been driving here 15 years. I never had an accident. I've seen 100, maybe more accidents, you know, and because people here, they drive like crazy. But like I told you, if you just keep your eyes out, you know, be prepared for anything and everything, then you will be absolutely fine. And don't drive at night. Don't drive at night. Well, that's it. I can't think of anything else to say about driving in Brazil. But anyways, I hope you found this video somewhat amusing. And I hope I didn't deter you from renting a car and driving, hitting the roads here in Brazil. Because do it. It's no problem. Just don't drive at night. And pay attention. And don't drink and drive. That's totally illegal here. Yeah? You can't even have one cup of beer. It's zero tolerance here. Just so you know. Don't drink and drive in Brazil. And why would you want to drink and drive in Brazil? Because people here are crazy and there's big craters in the roads everywhere. Why would you want to drink and drive here anyways? That would be suicide. No, but seriously. Whoop, there's another hole. Take it easy and you'll be absolutely fine. No worries, guys. Alright? That's it for me. Now I'm gonna pay attention here on the road, and I hope I'll see you again next time. Like I say in anything of my videos, put your comments down below, you know, if you're actually thinking about visiting Brazil, or if you want me to make a topic about something that you really want to know about. I will, at the best of my ability, I will sit down and I will try and make a video just for you. So do that, leave a comment and subscribe and like my video, because I like it when I get a lot of likes. All right, take care, be safe, guys, and until next time here on the Brazilian Expat, take care. Ciao, ciao, ciao.